Hi, and welcome to Skedline's Super Bowl Preview Special. I'm Giovanni Siciliano.
I'm Alex Figliomeni.
Super Bowl 53, it's just a couple days away now, and it's definitely setting up to be an epic battle. The Los Angeles Rams are taking on, yep, you guessed it, the New England Patriots this Sunday at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Alex, what kind of narratives are going into this one?
Gio, past versus the future, the old versus the new. We got 33 Rams head coach Sean McVay. He's going to be the youngest head coach to coach in the Super Bowl. We have 66-year-old Bill Belichick, arguably the greatest head coach of all time, with an NFL record of 30 playoff wins. We have old Tom Brady, 41 years old, 5-time Super Bowl champion, the GOAT, who will be the oldest quarterback to start in the Super Bowl. And on the other side, we have the young gun Rams quarterback Jared Goff. So there's some interesting narratives, but these two have history, no, Gio?
Yeah, they definitely do. This isn't the first time the Patriots and the Rams will be meeting in the Super Bowl. Their first matchup was way back in 2002, Super Bowl 36, Tom Brady's first. He was taking on the old guy, Kurt Warner, at the time. The St. Louis Rams, they were favorited, but of course the Patriots went on to win 20-17. Brady had his first Super Bowl, and that's all she wrote.
That's where the dynasty began, really, right? So for the special today, we have some great guests. We have Luca Rosano, sports YouTuber, the host of the Waterboy Report.
We have Scott MacArthur, Toronto sports radio personality, formerly of TSN 1050.
And we have Robert Wong, Sportsnet 590 Hot Minute, and the co-host of the Fantasy Minute. So, but Gio, let's get into the game. Can you talk about the Patriots?
It seems like Tom Brady and Bill Belichick just won't go away. And quite frankly, it has been their slogan this year. Hashtag, we're still here. The New England Patriots are about to play in their 9th Super Bowl and 3rd in a row with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick at the helm. After going 11-5 this season, the Patriots once again found themselves with a bye for the first round of the playoffs. They took down the Chargers in the divisional match and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship on their way to Atlanta. Brady was an absolute magician in overtime against the Chiefs, and the Rams will have to do everything they can to stop him. Belichick will be up to his usual coaching tactics and use everything he can to his advantage. No matter what people are saying about Gronkowski and his potential retirement after this game, he still will be someone to watch out for. He has been on this stage before, knows what it takes to win, and the threat he poses is dangerous for the Rams. Who knows? Maybe Tom, Bill, and Gronk will all ride off in the sunset together next week. Luca Rosano of the Waterboy Report had this to say about experience going into the big game.
I think so. I can't justify the Patriots losing 2 straight Super Bowls. And then on top of that, for me, the biggest takeaway is just the experience, like you touched on right now. You look at Brady and Belichick. These guys have been doing it for so long. And then the other side of it, you have McVay and Goff. Now, this could be a changing of the guard, but I just don't trust the experience of those two in a big game as I do in Brady and Belichick, who have been so many Super Bowls. What is this now, Brady's 9th Super Bowl appearance? So I think that's going to play a big factor into it. And I just think Tom Brady is motivated and bitter from last year's Super Bowl loss. I would be shocked if they lose again this year in back-to-back years.
Now let's talk about the LA Rams. The Rams had high expectations leading into this season. With the goodwill-hunting offensive mind of second-year head coach Sean McVay, young stud QB Jared Goff, and all the explosive weapons at his disposal, like Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, then the juggernaut defensive led by Aaron Donald and newcomers Aqib Talib and Ndamukong Suh, who they traded for in the offseason. So the Rams finished 13-3 in the regular season, scoring the second most points per game with 32. The offense was clicking all year. For the playoffs, they had a bye in the first round. Next up was Dallas in the divisional round, which they handled pretty easily, which led to the NFC Championship game versus the New Orleans Saints. The blatant non-pass interference call led the Rams to defeating the Saints in OT 26-23. So for Sunday's game, some keys to victory include the defense needing to apply tons of pressure onto Tom Brady. So look for Aaron Donald, who led the league in sacks with 20.5 this season, to start wreaking havoc on the Patriots' O-line. So if the Rams can apply steady pressure, it could be a long night for Tom Brady. Speaking of keys to the game for Rams, Scott MacArthur, Toronto sports radio host, thinks there's only one way to stop Tom Brady.
Well, I think the one thing that, from a defensive point of view, that they have to do, and that when you look at Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh, Tom Brady can't move. And, these guys, the thing with the Patriots is they'll adjust regardless, and you'll, if you're Wade Phillips, the defensive coordinator of the Rams, you're going to have to deal with this. But, Brady will get the ball out, quick slants, et cetera, but you have got to get a pass rush.
Yeah, I really agree with Scott about how the Rams need to attack Brady to have any shot at winning.
I agree with him as well, but I like what Luca said. I really think experience is that intangible.
All right, so let's get to my favorite part of this special, our props and predictions.
All right, so for people watching, a prop bet, if you don't know, they're just little bets, kind of little fun things you can do to keep your eye and be interested in the game.
Yeah.
So let's pull up some of ours and let's see what we got. So, the coin toss, landing position. Alex?
Tails.
Tails never fails, right?
Never fails.
I'm going to go with heads on that one. What about the national anthem? How long do you think Gladys takes?
I'm going to go under. I don't know why. I'm going under.
All right, I'm going to go over. Maybe she'll milk it, have some fun. It's a big stage like that.
I do for the Gatorade. I have an inkling that it's going blue, the big underdog, so I'm taking blue.
I'm a big yellow lime guy myself, so I'm going to take that one at plus 300.
The first song before Maroon 5, I'm a big Moves Like Jagger fan. That's my pick, the favorite.
I'm going with a deep down the board hit pick here, and I have a reason for this one. I'm going with Sunday morning.
Ooh.
The Super Bowl will be played on Sunday, not in the morning, at night, but I'm still going with Sunday morning.
Yeah, I like that inkling. Okay, so we have more props here. The MVP betting odds. I'm going to preview my prediction. You might see, so I'm Aaron Donald at plus 15. I might give you a little prediction who I'm picking at the end of the game.
All right, I'm going to go with a deep pick here. Usually, it's a quarterback. I feel like Sony Michel, he might go off for the Patriots. I'm going to take him at plus 1,500.
So Puppy Bowl, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. I'm telling you, Team Fluff is winning the Puppy Bowl Sunday.
Well, I mean, if you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy,
You gotta go Fluff.
I have to go with Team Fluff as well.
Okay, so Tony Romo predicts result in a touchdown. He is like a magician. I think he's going to predict one.
This guy's crazy. I couldn't believe watching the AFC Championship. I'm going to go, yeah, he's definitely going to call a touchdown.
How many times will Gisele Bundchen be shown? I don't think really at all, so I think that's a lock. Take the under.
I'm going to go over. She's a
Okay.
pretty face.
Yeah, she is. Okay, we're moving on. How many times will Donald Trump tweet February 3rd? Over 6. He loves attention. He's going to tweet a storm.
Yeah, he is a big NFL
over.
guy too. You're going the over. I'm gonna join you on that
And
one
will
as well.
Tom Brady announce his retirement after the game? He's already said he has a 0% chance, so it's probably not likely. So that's why it's a big favorite to not happen. But if you're feeling risky, you can take the yes. I'm going to take no because he already said no.
For me personally, I think he walks away with that final championship. If he walks away with that final championship, I think he'll call it, and I say he will retire.
Okay, so now let's get to our predictions for the game. But before we get to ours, we talked to Rob Wong of Sportsnet 590, and he gave us his prediction.
I feel like the Patriots are going to win this game. I just think they can get it done on defense and shut down the Rams. Maybe not shut down, but do enough to get the job done. And you're never going to bet against Tom Brady at the Super Bowl. And, this Rams defense, while they do have some talented guys, I think they are exploitable as well, and Bill Belichick and Tom Brady will find a way. So I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a tight game, but I think the Pats come out on top.
All right, well, that's what Rob had to say. Me personally, I think Tom Brady walks away with ring number 6 on his finger. Maybe he stays, maybe he doesn't, but I'm going with the Patriots on this one.
The future is now. Pass, get out of here. Rams are winning. My prediction is Rams to win 31-24. Let's go Rams.
Well, there you have it. Rams, Patriots, 6:30 p.m. kickoff live from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The halftime show will be performed by Maroon 5 and Travis Scott. I'll be watching. Alex will be watching. We hope you're watching. And thanks for watching us on our Super Bowl special.